Alrighty, thanks a lot, Brian. To that 2024 vote, it's what today's all about. The future of the nation, perhaps the balance of power in Washington is resting in the hands of voters as Election Day continues. The polls have been open now for just over 3 hours. And we continue our live team coverage this morning with my First News co-anchor Shannon Brinius. Shannon, what's it looking like where you are right now?
Well, you know, Nate, all morning long we've been anticipating the lineups to fluctuate, but so far the election workers seem to be doing a good job cycling people through. We really haven't seen a backup here as people wait to go in to cast their ballots. Now, fortunately for Caddo Parish and Bossier Parish voters, for the most part, the ballot is short. Just a few questions you need to fill out so you can check those boxes and be on your way and slap on that sticker that says you voted. So it's a very short process that is likely helping with getting the turnaround through here very quickly. We haven't seen one person, it seems like, having to wait. Now, remember, if you do show up to vote, you should have the prescribed form of ID, your driver's license or what have you, so that you can make sure that your vote counts. And, of course, as we continue to watch, you know, the polls opened in parishes in Louisiana at 6 a.m. this morning. In Oklahoma and Texas, they opened at 7, and in Arkansas, they opened at 7:30. So different times for different states, and so voters need to keep that in mind. Also, we should start to see the first states close their polls at around 5 our time, and as that happens, even though we'll still have some time to vote here in Louisiana and elsewhere in the Arklatex, you will start to see some of those early returns coming in, and that might indicate how your particular candidates are going to fare. And of course, KTBS 3 is going to be your source, your home for all of the election information. Make sure you keep it right here on KTBS and KXJC. Reporting live at the polling precinct at Byrd High School, I'm Shannon Brinius. Nate, back to you.
All righty, great to have that little overhang over your head there, Shannon. I definitely know. So you try to stay dry the best you can. We'll check back with you in our next half hour. Welcome back to your KTBS News at 9. I'm Nate Fluharty. Let's continue right now with the very latest on what's happening at voting booths across the Arklatex. And of course, it has been a very busy morning for a lot of voters here at home. Maybe not as many as what we saw the last presidential election, but we want to continue our team coverage right now with Shannon Brinius, who has been keeping an eye on some of the polls out there in the Shreveport area. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning, Nate. Yes, the voters have been cycling in and out those doors, very quickly filling out their ballots, proud to be slapping on one of these I voted stickers. Of course, they're very colorful, very fun, and they show off what you've done. Now, it's a short ballot, and that helps. I wanted to share with you, for comparison, where'd it go? There we go. So I recently moved from out of state, and because my old home state of Colorado didn't get the message, they did send me one of the mail-in ballots. And I wanted to show you by comparison. This is how lengthy the ballot is in some other states. 46 issues and questions and races that you need to decide. That takes a lot of time. That's why in that state, Colorado, they do a vote that's mainly by mail-in ballot. But here in Louisiana and throughout the Arklatex, of course, we did have early voting, but for the most part, it's early voting and then in-person voting today. And we've mentioned that the polls opened here in Louisiana at 6 a.m., and they're going to be going for several hours. Still, we're almost at the midway point. And then they opened a little later in Texas and Oklahoma at 7 a.m. 7:30 was when the precincts opened for voting in Arkansas. And then as these polls close, we should start getting those returns a little later on. And until that happens, it's mainly a waiting game as people try to find out and wait with somewhat bated breath to see what those results will show. Reporting live at the precinct at the Byrd High School, I'm Shannon Brinius. Back to you, Nate.
All right, thank you very much, Shannon. Appreciate that live update there. Nice to see some people still coming in, casting their ballots. And KTBS 3 is your home for election coverage and results. To learn more about some of the races and some of the candidates that you'll see on your ballot, all you have to do is hop on over to our website at ktbs.com/politics.